again, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and for this video I'm going to be talking to you about my foot size discrepancy because I am a right hemiplegic, and the different footwear and difficulties I encounter. So for starters, I have two different size feet. My left is a 8 and my right is anywhere between a 5 to a 7. So that is a huge discrepancy. I also have a leg length discrepancy, so they're not as, well, you can't see, but let's see. They're pretty much the same length. I'm trying to, so you can see my feet. We're getting real comfortable in this video today, sorry. I have, when I was young, after my stroke and the recovery that I had with my OT and PT, especially with the feet therapy that I had had a lot of foot braces in my life, ranging from tiny small ones, probably not that small guys, small, to ones that come across the knee to the back. There's a plastic and it looks kind of like an L, if you will, being the L's the where it comes right under here and goes up and the plastic holds it. For a lot of times they were in my shoe and they were not very attractive. They were kind of ugly, but that's what I needed. And what those braces did was they helped me keep my foot straight, so I was able to walk correctly, and they helped a lot. After, I think, probably high school, I just stopped wearing them because they weren't cool, and I could walk fairly well without a brace. Now that I'm an adult and 36 years old, sometimes I notice my foot does turn in when I walk, and sometimes my toes won't lay exactly flat on the ground. I don't know, like when you sit and your toes are flat, sometimes my toes bulk and kind of turn inward at an angle, so they turn to the left, like inside. They will probably always be like that. Now, all that being said, I love shoes. I love shoes and sandals and flip-flops and all that fun footwear and boots, all different kinds, and high heels. I have a plethora of shoes on the ground around me. I forgot to have heels, but I do have heels and I wear them. I just didn't bring them because I have enough to show you. So I'm just gonna hold up some shoes, tell you a little bit about them, the pros of wearing them I find, and the cons, like any shoe. Shoe shopping in general, though, is very difficult for me. Generally, I find that I have to find the right size shoe, that being a 6 or a 7, before I find a left pair, which is an 8, because usually there's a lot of 8s. So sometimes trying on shoes is just difficult because I can't find the right size shoe that match, you know. So every time I don't just buy one pair of shoes. I have to buy two. One 8 size pair of shoes and one right size pair of shoes, meaning that ranging from size 6, 5 to a 7, whatever type of shoe that is. So it can get kind of spendy. There are times and occasions where I ask the cashier, or my mom has asked the cashier, if I can get a slight discount on it, just because sometimes the shoes if the brand of shoe I have is a bit pricey, sometimes they will give us a discount, sometimes not. It just kind of depends. It's always a bonus when the cashier checks and sees if they can, and when they do give you a discount, it's always like, yay. Sometimes on rare occasions also, they allow me to buy the Mismatch shoes as one pair of shoes. It's on rare occasion. They're like unicorns. They don't happen very often, but sometimes that happens and it's like, oh, great. So what do I do with my Mismatch shoes? I generally give them to secondhand stores, because I figure maybe there's somebody else out there that needs the opposite size shoes I do, meaning a size 8 in the right and a left 6 or whatever my opposite size feet are. So that is what I do with them, because I can't wear them, just in case everybody's knowing on that. But anyway, I'm sorry, digressing. I'm moving on to the shoes. So let's just start with the pair that I have on currently, and these are my flats. I love them. They're black. I got them at Kohl's. They're just black flats, and these are great because there's a nice back on them, and there's more material on the top of the shoe, as you can see. And so when I walk, the shoe generally stays on my foot. Sometimes it does flop like this, and I just have to stop and put it back on. But I got these pair because I did a Belle costume, and I got the blue peasant dress costume, and I needed a black pair of shoes, and these are them. As you can tell, they're actually kind of, on the left, they're wearing out some. But I love these. They're nothing super fancy, but I do love a good pair of flats. They're just so convenient. The next type of shoe is probably wondering about the tennis shoes. These are the tennis shoes that I own. They are a licensed NFL tennis shoe. They have my favorite team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, on them. As you can see, my husband tied them, so that's why they have a normal tied shoe. And this is a size 8. And this is a size 6. Now, to do a comparison, the 8 and the right. So this is my size 8, my left shoe. This is my size 6 shoe. So I'm going to put them together so you can see the difference. Can you see the, here, try to hold these so you can see them. Do you see the size discrepancy? That's quite a bit, even for a size 6 and an 8. Now, how does a one-handed person put on tennis shoes? Well, she puts them here first. She sticks her foot. I bring the tongue out. Woo. I put my foot in the shoe, and yes, no guys, normally I wear socks with these. I bring it as close as I can get it into the shoe, the toe of the shoe. I put my finger and I bring up the back of the shoe and I pull, and voila, one left shoe on. I take it off is I use the back of my leg. Sorry, I really want to show you guys. I use the back like this to prop it, pull up and out. Same thing with my right. I pull the tongue out. I guess I really don't need to pull my tongue out, put my foot up, bring it all the way as close as I can get it, wiggling it on. pull out the back, and it's on. To take it off, simply pull off. Now, I bet you're wondering something that's on everybody's mind because it just happens. Well, what if my shoe comes untied and there is nobody there to help me to tie it? By the way, tying somebody's shoe for somebody is one of the most humbling things you can ask somebody to do, like a stranger. And it is one of the most humbling things to do, so I hear, from somebody that has two hands that can do it. It's kind of embarrassing. But sometimes you need it. Yes, you can tuck your laces in, but we are not going to do that. No. So, my shoes come untied. What do I do? Cry? No. Okay. I'm putting my shoe on my hand so you can see. So I just pull it, it's loose like this. You take a loop, make a loop, the bunny goes around. Hang on, I have to put this on my foot. Okay. So it's loose. Okay. I put this string through the main where the laces are on top of the tongue. I bring it through the first loop so it makes a loop. Then I take the remainder, pull it through, and as you can see, it is tied. Now I do the same thing to the other side. Take my string, bring it through the top loop, tuck it under the first loop, and pull it tight. And voila, my shoes are tied. Now, do they actually hold? Yes, they do. Do I prefer to have my shoes tied this method? No, I do not. I generally ask my husband to do it, Lan. He is wonderful about that. Is, like I said, having to ask if you ever have the opportunity, if it arises, if somebody asks you to tie their shoe, just be an awesome person and do it. You will feel good about it. Don't make a big deal. Just be like, oh, sure. It will truly touch that person's heart and their life, and like, this is a good person. It'll make you feel good. Like I said, it's one of the humblest things that you can ever have the opportunity to be asked or to ask. It truly is. I'll just say on that, you know, it's so simple, but it is such a huge independence thing. So just keep that in mind. Even when you're tying your shoes, just be like, you don't realize how precious it is or how awesome it is just to it's such a mundane thing, but it holds so much power to some that you might not even realize to somebody else, that somebody who can't do that task. Boy, that got deep. Okay, moving on to another type of fun shoe is buckle shoes, or like strapped shoes. So here is a pair that I wore to my wedding. I used them to dance in. They are, again, flats, but they have a strap to them. So again, also this is a size 8 and this is a size 6. So again, this is the size 8. This is the size 6. Just for comparison so people can see. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Toe to toe. This one isn't as bad. So again, I just put on my shoes like regular. And then I pull the strap, push it through the buckle. By the way, some buckles, people, are really, really hard. I do a lot of it by feel, pushing the little metal hook thing into the hole, and then I just push the other part in like that, and there I go. I have a shoe. Oh, it's so pretty. And again, I like this one because these shoes have a strap, and so they keep my foot in. Same thing with my right. Put the strap over. Oh, sorry guys, you can't see. Oh, wait. Ugh. Okay. Bring it through. Put it in the hole. There we go. And again, a lot of it is by feel. And there we go. Shoe is on. Now, also, the reason I have so much problems with my shoe is that I don't have control of movement of my foot. So, normally, people can move their feet up and down just without thinking, right? Left, up, no thinking, right? Side to side, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle my toes, woo! Okay, but with my right, I have no control over moving them. So, I cannot consciously, I can try to make my foot move up and down. Like, that's it. I cannot. I am trying to get it to move on camera, left to right. It won't go. I can move my leg, and to get it to move up and down, left and right, but I have no control. I cannot get my brain to tell my foot to move up and down like I can do easily with my left. So that also makes walking sometimes difficult for me, as well, because I can't control my right foot movement. So now another type of shoe, because it's summertime in June, woo, is types of sandals. So these are the normal types of sandals I can wear, types that have like a big fat strap or like an X type strap. Again, the reason is because it will keep my right foot in. These ones are again a 6. This one again is an 8. So these ones have a zipper in the back. Zippers make things easy, people. So again, oh, I'm sorry. So I put it on, make sure it's closed, zip it, and it pretty much stays on my foot all day. Sometimes it slides, so there's more material up here. Sometimes I catch it, but I always try to make sure that it's a good on correctly when I walk somewhere. Again, it's a zipper, so I just unzipped it, pop it right off. And the last shoe, again, I do have heels, and I apologize for not bringing some with me, but with high heels, I generally go for a closed toe shoe or a thick heel. And the reasoning for that is because I have bad balance, and I don't have the ability to catch myself if I fall with my right hand. I can't. So if I fall, I always have to extend my left hand out to brace myself or to catch myself. So that makes it difficult, because there's some real cute shoes out there, but the style is where I can't be able to wear them, or there's hardly any top toe to cover it, so it's hard for me to walk. Or a skinny heel, again, it's just a balance thing. If they're too high, I can't walk on them because I will get off, my natural balance will be off and I'll go tumbling. So I have to make sure that it's generally a flat bottom. Now, I do have a pair of stilettos. I will say it's a really cute black heel shoe. In order to wear those a couple days or even a week, I have to practice wearing them so my feet are used to walking in them. Luckily, I don't wear them very often because I'm that off balance with them, but that's just a side note, just so you know. I do have a pair, and occasionally I wear them. Anyway, the last thing I would like to share with you today is a flip-flops. Now, flip-flops are an interesting footwear for someone that has a right hemiplegic disability and 2 different size feet. And the reason is because the strap, or the thing that holds the flip-flop on and on your foot, goes between your toes. And as you know, I don't have that great feeling or muscle and just natural thing to keep them on. So to put on my flip-flops, I should have worn the brown pair so you could see it better. But anyway, I got my flip-flop, also known as a chocolate. And just put it on like so. Beautiful, cute flip-flop. Take it off, just pull it off. Same thing with the right. Now, the right is interesting because these are one pair of size, I don't know. I got them, I don't know where I got them. I think, honestly, I don't know where I got them. But, so again, how do I put them on? Just my toes sometimes catch. So I put them between my toes, and I walk. You can tell there's way more material here than on here. And with these ones, I find that flip-flops, I have to walk slow in for a few days just to get my feet used to flip-flops. And I know that's condition them, if you will, to where I have to kind of walk super slow so my right doesn't fall off, because I was walking and I can't feel that they're slipping off on the right side, and one just came off throughout the day, and I was just like, what the heck? But that's because I can't feel that the flip-flop is on my foot until it's off my foot, and then sometimes I realize that's when it is, because I have such bad feeling. So again, I just have to take my time and practice walking in them, and then once I've established that they generally stay on, I also have learned that we do not walk fast in grocery stores, because sometimes they tend to slide off and I can feel it, and I have to stop and just push it back on in between my toes. That's not a major life-changing thing for walking in flip-flops, and that like a huge ordeal, but it can be. Also, when for like boots, generally I have a beautiful black pair of leather boots, and they have a zipper on the side, so I would just pull them on easy peasy, and then just zip them up. I generally like the side zipper just because, again, it's an easier thing to open one hand instead of buttons. Buttons are a whole nother animal. I'll probably do a video with that concerning shirts and t-shirts someday. So look for that in the future sometime. But I hope this video has been informative and insightful, and I hope you learned something. I love shoes. I always love shoes and sandals and flip-flops and boots and cowboy boots, and I don't know what the allure is, but I just love shoes. Wearing them is a challenge unto itself, and I hope I've demonstrated that for you. I'm so glad you decided to join me for this video. If you like this video, please give it a big like, and please give it a bit, and if you like these videos, also give it a big subscribe. If you would subscribe to my channel, that would help me out a lot. My goal is 20 subscribers. I know that's not a huge goal, but for as a new YouTuber, that is a big goal for me. I hope one day to get to 100, but I am not there yet to challenge myself. I would like to get 20 subscribers. That would be awesome. Again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Give it a big like and subscribe, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye-bye, everybody.